Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'll show you a fantasy romantic comedy film, Penelope. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. Peen's parents were born in the purple, but Peen's family has been cursed for generations. The great-great-grandfather of Peen had an affair with a servant woman a few decades ago. Although she was pregnant, he gave her up for his career and reputation. As a result, the servant jumped off a cliff and committed suicide. Angry at the death of her daughter, the servant's mother, nicknamed Witch, cursed the daughters of this rich family to be born with the face of a pig. While the rich family did not produce any daughters in the following years, Peen proves the curse to be true. As soon as Peen was born, her parents began living their nightmare. In order to provide Peen with a happy childhood, Peen's mother, called Mother for short, strives to keep Peen's face private as much as possible. The famous one-eyed reporter, nicknamed Solo Eye, looks for any chance to photograph Peen's pig nose. Mother captures Solo Eye and blinds him in one eye as a result of their fight. Then, to stop the gossip and shut Solo Eye up, Mother stages a funeral and locks Peen away in a room, isolating her from the outside world. Peen's curse can be lifted only if one of her own kind learns to love her. However, Peen's parents interpret the curse as the love of a man of the same social standing. Therefore, Mother thinks of various plans to find a Mr. Hormone right for Peen. As a child, Mother gives her a noble education. After she grows up, Mother hires a matchmaker to find her a husband. As a start, Peen's family offers a generous and rich dowry to attract suitors from those notable families to take part in the blind date. The suitors will then meet Peen through a one-way mirror. In spite of that, Peen's suitors flee in terror every time they see her face. These suitors will be caught by the family's butler before running away from the house, and the butler will then coerce them into signing a confidentiality agreement. One of the suitors, Edward, manages to escape from Peen's house because Peen's Piggy face just scares his hormone out of him. Edward runs to the police station. As soon as the police hear Edward's description of a pig-nosed freak, they imprison him, believing that Edward is a troublemaker talking some smelly bullshit. Meanwhile, a paparazzi releases it on news outlets, claiming Noble Edward has become crazy and is in jail. Edward is freaked out when he sees the news after being released. Immediately, he runs to the newspaper office and asks the paparazzi to remove the article. By chance, Solo Eye hears them talking. Having lost his eye, Solo Eye still remembers his hatred, and he seeks a chance to revenge himself. Thus, he collaborates with Edward, and the pair decides to photograph Peen in public and display it. They attempt to find a young, broken noble that can be easily controlled, knowing Peen's family is selecting Mr. Hormone right from the nobles. A few days later, they discover Max, a gambling addict. The lure of high pay entices Max to join their plan and pretend to be a suitor for a blind date, hiding a camera in his jacket. This time, Peen is sick of blind dates. In the study room, she confronts all of her suitors and lets them appreciate her piggy face. All of them flee the room when they see Peen. The only exception to this is Max, who gets back up after falling. The suitor's frightening action causes Max to be knocked down, unfortunately not by Peen's face. However, Peen's family wrongly believes Max remains after seeing her face, which makes them excited. In Peen's study room, Max is pleased to see such a rich collection of original books. He wants to swipe one of them so that he can trade it for money. Coincidentally, the one he chooses is the cheapest, but Peen's favorite among the 2,000 expensive books. Peen is not angry at him, but instead bargains with him to choose another book. Max agrees, and they even set up an appointment for the next day. Max then receives payment from Solo Eye and returns to the casino. The second day, Max and Peen meet in the study room again, and through the one-way mirror, they develop true feelings for each other. Since Max never triggers the camera and wants to quit the plan, Edward and Solo Eye are disappointed by this tool man. Edward thus asks him to return the money. Because Max has no money to return, he has to proceed with the plan to take Peen's picture. Peen and Max become closer and closer every day. Peen asks Max to play the piano for her one day. After he arranges the piano, Peen wants to correct his mistakes. She walks behind Max and touches his hand. Upon turning around and seeing her face, Max is surprised, but not hormone frightened. Attempting to touch her face, he accidentally triggers the camera by raising his hand. Swearing to himself, he runs out of the room. Peen incorrectly believes that he is cursing over her face, and she also flees. The regret over his attempts to exploit Peen causes Max to destroy the camera in front of Solo Eye and cancel their agreement. Meanwhile, the fight between Max and Solo Eye is seen by Mother and Matchmaker, who thus know at what exchange Max and Solo Eye are engaged. Max returns to Peen's house again in an effort to explain things to them and apologize. Peen is given new hope upon seeing Max back and asks him if he wants to marry her. Having his own concealed sorrow of poverty, Max declines to marry Peen. The answer Max gives shatters Peen's dream, so she kicks Max's ass out of her house. Peen runs away that night. As a result, Peen's parents panic, and they are captured on camera by Solo Eye and Edward, who believe that Peen is outside. In order to release Peen's photo publicly, they thus decide to find Peen before her parents do. The world is colorful and interesting to Peen, who covers her nose with a scarf to remain anonymous. Using the telephone, she also sends a safe message to her panicked parents. With her parents' credit card, Peen finds a hotel to stay at. Her mind wanders to what life is and how to love herself, as she looks through the French window of the room. In the meantime, Solo Eye and Edward try to sketch Peen's face and place it in the newspaper. After seeing Peen's freakish picture, Mother turns pale and faints. Peen sees the newspaper as well, but she tears up the sketch and continues to wander the city. A few days later, Mother notices that her card is missing. She and her husband follow expenditure records to identify the hotel Peen stays at. In the hotel, Peen sees her parents coming. She then runs through the hotel fire exit, trying to flee from them. When she flees the hotel, however, she realizes that she does not have any money with her. Looking at the freak drawing of her face in the newspaper, she decides to take pictures of her own face for money. Then she gives Solo Eye a call and asks him out to exchange photos. At this moment, Solo Eye is actually shocked by the bravery of this girl. Seeing her photo, Solo Eye is stuck for a moment. Rather than finding this girl frightening or ugly, he finds her rather lovely. So Solo Eye tries to get Edward to stop their revenge plan. But Edward rejects and insists on showing the pictures to the public to prove he isn't mad. The public becomes fascinated with this pig-nosed girl, and the news causes Mother to faint again. Max has given up gambling ever since he left Peen's house. As soon as he learns of Peen's news, he begins to save hard and returns the money to Solo Eye. There is nothing he asks for, except for Solo Eye to stop posing Peen's photos. But he soon learns that the photos were not taken secretly by Solo Eye, but rather, they were taken by Peen. Having been inspired by Peen's bravery, Max decides to make the same change. He goes to his former boss in order to reunite with his love of music and his band. During this time, Peen gets to know a kind-hearted girl named Annie in the bar Max mentioned to her. Annie believes Peen covers her face because her facial surgery failed, so she has never asked Peen to take it off. The two girls become good friends and visit many places in this city. With Annie, Peen is able to explore this old city. The things she sees, the people she meets, and the experiences she has are absolutely new to her for the past 25 years. She also sends her parents updates on a regular basis. But Mother cares more about the curse than anything else. Following Peen's posters, her parents find Peen walking along the street one day. Peen is shocked and again flees back to the bar. Due to the difficulty in breathing caused by her scarf, Peen passes out. Trying to help Peen, Annie reveals Peen's scarf, and people see Peen's pig nose for the first time. Out of everybody's expectation, Peen becomes an overnight celebrity, gaining enduring fans who are not disgusted by her face. Peen also begins to love herself because of people's confidence in her. Her scarf is gone now, but she still lives like everyone else in this city. The next few days, the media visits Edward and asks about his vocal cruelty towards Peen. No matter how much the public adores Peen, Edward insists that she is a freak. Nevertheless, Edward's words irritate his father, the owner of a large company that enjoys a great reputation. In order to limit public mistrust toward their company, Edward's father compels Edward to propose to Peen. Peen spends much of her time in the bar meeting with friends, as well as her old friend Max. But Max still worries about his poverty and doesn't tell Peen how much he loves her. Peen is disappointed and leaves again. When Peen walks out of the bar, Mother takes her home. Upon arriving home, Edward proposes to Peen, but she does not see anything of love in his eyes. In Mother's view, however, marriage to Edward is the only path out of the curse. Her coercion makes Peen give in. Soon after, the families start preparing for the wedding. On the other hand, Solo Eye notices that Max is not actually blue blood. The real Max is currently imprisoned after committing armed robbery. It was the son of a plumber that Peen met. His name is actually Martin. Seeing his beloved Peen marrying the bad guy Edward soon, Martin wishes to tell Peen his true feelings. Yet when being questioned about what he could give to Peen or help her with, Martin has no words to answer but to keep his love silent again. Before the wedding, Solo Eye insists that Martin prove his love for Peen by any means necessary. But Martin still worries that his love will not help since he is not blue blood. so Solo I decides to help the young man. Solo I tries to stop Peen's wedding by showing Mother the dirty agreement, telling her that Edward is a liar. To Mother, however, the most important thing is to hold the wedding and break the curse. On the wedding day, when Peen hears the Pope read the wedding vows, she hesitates. Faced with her true feelings, she flees from the wedding, proclaiming that she refuses to wed a man she does not love at all. In a shout to Mother, she says that she likes the way she is. Suddenly, the curse breaks, as Peen is loved by one of her own kind, herself. Because of that, her pig ears and snout vanish instantly. From that day forward, Peen leaves her home to work as a teacher. The butler of the family also leaves when Peen steps out. He is actually the witch who cast the original curse. When leaving the family, witch curses Mother Mute for how she treats Peen. A few months later, Peen receives a letter accompanied by some photos from her family, asking her to attend a matchmaking party at a bar. With Annie, Peen visits the bar as instructed. Soon they find out that this is the bar where Martin and his band work. In the beginning, Martin does not notice that he is talking with Peen because she is wearing a pig nose mask. In a few words, however, he realizes this is the girl he has been seeking for so long. Now, Martin can no longer let Peen go, except for letting go of his hormones. The nasty two hug and tongue massage in the bar, and finally get to fully appreciate each other's embrace. Solo I finds Peen as well, and wants to take a photo and publish it on the news. However, after thinking for a while, he puts down his camera and leaves in satisfaction, seeing Peen and Martin spend the rest of their lives together. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.